Hi there, this is Sheree from Sheree's Crafty Girls. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to make a box similar to this. The reason I say similar is because I have recorded these and I've now run out of the Christmas paper because somehow when I went to upload these they deleted. So I'm going to make it in a winter pattern, but it's the same box. It's a lovely little pull-out box, so you can pop your Ferrero Rochers in there, or Lindl, you know, the round Lindl balls, they fit nicely in there. And for this you're going to need a piece of cardstock that measures, for the box itself, 9 inches by 6.5, and then for the sleeve, one that measures 6 5/8 by 4 1/4. So we'll start by making the box, and we will score 1 inch and 2.5 inches on all 4 sides. That's 1, 2.5, 1 and 2.5, and 1 and 2.5. Pop that to one side. Now I'm going to heat emboss this, but I'm going to score it first so we don't crack it once we start scoring. So you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 3 5/8, and 5 2/8. So now we're going to heat emboss it. No, first of all we are going to cut out our circle or our oval, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our layering ovals and we're going to take one that's not too small or too big. I think we'll try that one. And you're going to put, you've got the small edge and then you've got a rectangle, and you're going to pop that in the centre like so. So you've got 2 rectangles and you're going to pop it in. So bring your big shot over. I'm not sure which way to do this for the best really, because I don't have an awful lot of room on my desk. So pop that in there and try and get that in the centre as best you can. Not like my first attempt, way off, terrible. So pop that in and then pop your top plate on. I'm going to have to turn, I'm sorry, and put it through your big shot. And I only bring it back simply because it's easy for me to pull out this side. And there you are. There is your window. Now keep that piece just for a moment, and I'm going to get a scrap of Night of Navy, which I should have had out before, and now I'm going to use another framelit set, which is an absolute must. It's the stitch shaped framelits, and inside you get circles, you get the ovals, and you also get some squares. So now that's the size window I've got, so I need that framelit on my Night of Navy, because now we're going to make a border. So I'm going to use the next, let's see if it's this one. Nope, we need the next one up. I hope that's not going to be too big. I think actually that's the one I used and it hung over a little bit, but yes, that's far too big, isn't it? So we're going to have to use these 2 from the oval set. So pop those in there, and that's going to make a nice little border for your window. So try and make it as even as you can, like so. And you're going to pop that through your big shots. So just run it through and just running it back for ease of removal. So pop these back away so that we do not lose them. Keep the little inner bits because that can make a lovely little label. As you can see, it's got the, I don't know if you can see, no, the focus won't work, but it's got a lovely little stitched pattern around it. So pop that out of the way. Pop all our dies away. And then what we're going to do, that is going to make the border for our window, like so. Don't know why I did the scallop, but that will go on there to form the border. And you're going to cut a little piece of window sheet, or in my case I'm going to use just a small piece of, let's say 1.5 inches, would probably be big enough, of this lovely fabulous foils. I love this because you've got the silver on one side and the gold on the other side, but you must remember to remove the film. I have, because I've used this a lot, but there's a very thin film. Remove that before you use it, and you pop that. Let's see if that's a little bit too big, so we just trim that down to just under the 1.5, and that will just remove that. So it's just a fraction under 1.5 inches, and that will go on there. I think that needs to come down even a little bit smaller. And I'm going to use this silver. Yes, that'll be fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do our heat embossing, because we've got all our elements to one side. So pop all of this out of the way. I'm getting myself into a bit of a tease, and I'm going to use the snowflakes. So bring in some scrap paper and your Versamark, and I think I'm going to use the silver because I'm going to use the silver side of my foil. So first of all, do your fold and burnish, because you don't want to crack the paper once you have done your heat embossing. So that's that. And then taking your Versamark ink, and I'm using the snowflakes from Snowplace, and just randomly ink up some snowflakes. And you probably can't see it, but I can just barely see the watermark that the Versamark ink has left. Now, I'm not going too near there because we're going to have our border on there. We want it to stick, so I think that'll be fine. Just do a little bit on this corner. That looks fine to me. So pop your Versamark away, clean your stamp, and then pop that away. And with your silver embossing powder, or whatever colour you're using, just cover your snowflakes. I don't know why I did the tab, because that's going to be obviously glued. Oh, I should have used my buddy as well, so I hope I haven't got any sticky finger marks. So, and just do this all the way around until you've covered. Oh my goodness, I'm throwing it everywhere, aren't I? All the way over your cardstock, covering all your lovely, lovely snowflakes. So instead of throwing it everywhere, try and get it back in the box. And I'll show you why you should use your buddy. Because now get rid of all that. As you can see, where I didn't use the buddy, I've got a lot of flakes that I really don't want to use, and they've stuck to the greasy marks that were on the paper. Whereas if I'd used my buddy, that wouldn't have happened. And there you are, look at that, isn't that lovely? I'm just going to put a little tiny bit more on that one. So if you see one that you don't think has covered quite enough, just go back over it with your powder and it will reattach. Okay? Now I'm just going to switch you off while I use my heating tool because it's very noisy. So what I do is I heat my tool up first. And I'll just show you a little bit and then I'll turn it off and come back. There we go. And then you just heat it up. So it just starts to change colour. And it's very quick. You see that changing, like so. I was going to switch it off, but I'm going to carry on. I'm just going to turn my card over and I'm just going to warm the paper, the cardstock, just to counteract where it's warped. And there you are. Isn't that stunning? And then now we're just going to adhere this to our card. Now you can either use glue dots, or I'm just going to use, is that going to fit, some sticky strip on the sides, and you put the sticky strip or the adhesive on the side that you want showing through your window. So if you're having the gold through your window, you need to put the tape on the gold side. I'm using the silver, so I've stuck it on the silver side, and then just adhere that across your window, and there is your sleeve. So we'll put all that out of the way and we will now bring the box back in and fold and burnish your score lines. I have made this box several times before, but I just thought it's such a lovely box to put some Ferrero Rochers or some Lindor, round Lindor ones for the end of, because we're coming to the end of term now, for the children to give their teachers a little gift, and I think this will be lovely. Right, taking the long side towards you, on the first one you're going to cut to the top, to the second score line, and remove that completely, just notch ever so slightly. The next score line you're going to come up to the second line, but you're only going to take away the first rectangle at the top and notch ever so slightly again, because these are just going to reinforce the inside of the box. Notch this time the top rectangle, notch again, come down to the second score line, cut the next one from top to the second score line and remove. I really need to get myself a decent pair of scissors because these are not cutting nicely at all. Remove that rectangle and again just notch and notch there as well. I don't know what's the matter with these, but they're not cutting very nice at all. Opposite side, so come straight across the first score line, cut down to the second score line and remove, and notch just ever so slightly. Next score line again, cut down to the second score line, but just remove your top rectangle and notch. Notch this little one and notch, and cut down to the second score line and the first score line to the second score line, and notch and remove that one and just notch, and there is the box all done. I have forgot to put this on the top, which I will do in just a second. Right, now we've got to that, on one of these squares, whichever one you want, I'm going to do a cross. You can just eyeball it if you're very good at that. I'm not. Mine tend to, as you saw with my oval, tends to be quite a bit off. Now you don't want to press too hard because you don't want a score line to come through the front. Taking a handheld punch, you are now just going to punch a little hole right in the centre of that cross, or the centre of your box, like that. Now I'm using the Night of Navy solid baker's twine. Just cut yourself, you don't need very much because you're only using it as a little pull out. Cut yourself a nice length and pop that through. Again, I do this every time. Pop a little tiny bit of tear and tape and punch the hole through that. Remove that, the backing, and pop the baker's twine through the hole, pulling it through. Oh, it's stuck my nail. Oh, that doesn't look very nice, does it? Right, let's pop that back a bit so it looks, we pick the nice bit. There we are. So you choose how much length. I think that's more than enough. Lay it down and just put your tape, stick your baker's twine to your sticky tape, and then just remove your excess, like so. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to turn it over and we're going to put whatever adhesive you like, tear and tape, fast fuse or Tombow, and you're just going to put that on your four corners. On the right side of your box. Like so. And then you're going to turn it over and you're just going to put it on the edge of each of these flaps. That's that one. and these go on the inside, and they're just going to reinforce. Once you've done that, you fold all your flaps in and you just burnish them just to make sure that they're stuck down, and that's your beautiful little box. Then taking your lid, which unfortunately I've put this on the wrong place, it should have been that one. I'm sure I said it earlier on, it was in the second. You've got two rectangles and then that one, but for some reason I've got it in that one, so we're just going to go run with it. So put your adhesive on your flap, and again I've done that on the wrong end, you should have done it on the flap. And what you would have done is you would have put that on your box and folded it round so it would have landed on the bottom as these have. But because I've cut it wrong, we're just going to fold it around the box in the same manner and then just secure it so it's nice and neat, not too tight, but nice and neat and nice and even onto your box. It's not very good being on the edge, but it'll be okay. So there you have your beautiful little pull-out box with a nice wintry design. So I'm sure this contains 3 Ferrero Rochers or 3 Lindl, the round Lindl balls. So there we are. I think that's a much nicer fit. That one's just a bit too wide, and that one's offset. But there you are, these are the Christmas ones in the candy cane lane, pardon me, and this is a nice wintry one which I think will be lovely to give as a treat for your children to give to their teachers at the end of term. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial. If you have, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to purchase any of the products used in this project, there's a link to my shop below. Or come join my team. The benefits are phenomenal. Why not be paid for crafting the job you absolutely love? You also get all the products at a discounted price. You get a preview to see the new catalogues, and also the celebration catalogue, which I can't find in here. You also get a chance to order some of these products before they are before your customers can order them. You don't have to do videos, you don't have to do workshops, you can just be a hobby demonstrator, which is how I started out originally. But it is such a rewarding, I say, job, because you're a team with lots of other people that are following in the craft they love, and you've got a wonderful support team. You go on meetings and you meet other demonstrations. You can go to On Stage Live where you see new products. The list just goes on. I think it's a fantastic thing. I didn't start out to be a demonstrator. I just joined, to be honest, for the discount, and here I am a year later still enjoying it. I have a nice little team growing, and I also have a client base. So if you'd like more information, please email me. Jump along to my blog, there's a contact number there, or email me via my blog, Cherie'sCraftyGirlsBlog.wordpress.com, and find out more information. So until next time, take care, bye!